What's up, gamers? How you doing? It's John. In this video, I'll be talking about Steam Deck. I love the Steam Deck. I got the original Steam Deck when it first came out. I upgraded to the OLED version. This is what I have in my hand, the OLED version. Really nice screen, and the OLED version, the battery life is longer. It's significantly longer, noticeable anyway, in my opinion. And it looks really nice, kind of similar to the Switch OLED compared to the original Switch. The black is more dark. I mean, the colors pop more. So I'm a fan of the Steam Deck. There's some great games you can get on Steam, of course. Take it to go. The reason for this video, though, I want to show you my good friend Kirk, aka Cubert Addict 1 here on YouTube. I'll put a link to his channel in the information on this video. He modded this and added Batocera. So basically it's dual boot, so I can either switch it to boot up on normal Steam Deck and play my normal Steam games with built-in memory, of course. Or I can also boot it up to go to Batocera. And I have a 1 terabyte mini SD card in here. Crazy that a mini SD card can hold a terabyte of games, which is a lot of retro games. So I can play anything from old school Atari up to PS3, up to Xbox 360. All look great on the Steam Deck. And I have a Steam Deck dock. Say that 3 times fast. Steam Deck dock, Steam Deck dock, Steam Deck dock. I think I might have done it, or maybe I don't know. But anyway, yeah, with the dock, you can hook this up to your TV or monitor and play as well. But I want to show you a look if you're looking for playing retro games, emulators on the go. The Steam Deck is definitely the way to go. It really handles the games quite beautifully. So without any further ado, let's take a closer look. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys. Okay, I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to hold down power on and hold down the volume down. This is going to boot it up so I can select which menu option I want to go to. So you can see here, I can either do Batocera, I can do the hard drive, I can do what's on the SD card. I'm going to do hard drive. That's going to take me to my Steam Deck. And there's some games I got recently that I do want to recommend and shout out, that if you're a retro fan like I am, I should definitely check it out. It takes a few seconds to load. Okay, it did a quick update. Once it updated the system, it loaded up. This new Contra game is really fun. I've been playing this new Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reader's Rewind. I beat that. It took me about 3 hours to beat, but it's like Shredder's Revenge, but Mighty Morphin Power Rangers style. So it's a really fun, old school beat 'em up. Highly recommend it. And yeah, this new Atari 50, Atari 50, 50th Anniversary Collection is really good too. But these are some of the games I've been playing recently in case you're curious. Okay, Lollipop Chainsaw, awesome as well. Okay, so now let me exit out of this. Okay, we're going to boot this up normal, just hold it down. We're not going to push the down volume anymore because that's going to load it. This is basically, if you load it normal, it's going to load Batocera, which is a great front end emulator setup, and it loads super quick. So it's going to show you the Batocera screen. Again, thank you for Kirk. He does a phenomenal job with these. Okay, so here's what you have. You have different categories here of different emulators. They're categorized by manufacturer or maker, of developer, programmer, etc. So you got Nintendo, all this, Game & Watch, Nintendo Entertainment System, Disk Drive, Game Boy, Super Nintendo, N64. What's really cool, you can go Advance, and if you hold Advance for any of these games, you can option to see game manual. You can kind of scroll through and you can see different manuals and instructions, and those are basically, there's a manual for everyone, which is awesome. So like if you want to see the manual for Banjo-Kazooie, go to manual, and there it is. Super awesome, super bright. The whites look awesome. We'll go back, let's check out a game here. The only emulator that's got a little bit of issue is, it's not even that big of a deal. It's the Xbox 360, which we're going to start with. And that one, the audio doesn't play through the Steam Deck. It will play through monitor or TV if you have it out, audio out. You can hook it up to an external speaker, it will play. But let's go check it out. And what's nice about this, you can play games that weren't necessarily released for the original Xbox 360 in North America. So for example, this is Dead Rising 2, which is great, but Death Smiles, awesome shooter, definitely recommend it. Dodon Pachi, this is another great shooter, we'll check it out. Gonna load it. Again, you won't hear the audio, but you can see how quick it loads, what it looks like, how it plays. A really fun shooter. And this is the benefit of, I guess, running emulators. You can play games that necessarily you wouldn't have access to. I'll go and start. Load super quick. This came out in the arcade. Hence the vertical screen. It's a vertical shooter. Okay, you can choose your different ship. Your different characters. It's got a cool anime feel to it. I'll just kind of keep your eye on the bullets so you don't get hit. Stay between them. You get power-ups. Oh, I got killed as I try to get the power-up. Some of these games can get extremely challenging. Okay, let's check out Xbox. We'll do a game I know for sure you guys are going to recognize. You should anyway. Keep passing it. Okay, here we go. The original Combat, or Halo. Loads quickly. The game that started all. I met Marty, the composer of Halo. He was a guest at Game On Expo a couple years ago. Super nice guy. This year we have the voice of Master Chief and Cortana coming out to Game On Expo.
Climb out of the cryo tube.
Here we go.
I gave you a double dose of the wake-up stiff. Take a quick walk around the cryo bay and join me at the optical diagnostic station when you're ready.
Pretty smooth. Okay, we're going to go exit to Primal Rage. Based on the classic arcade. There was going to be a Primal Rage 2 that was never released, but I think there's a prototype out there somewhere. This is a fighting game, by the way, if you never played it before. Okay, use the D-pad. Jag CD was not a very popular system when it first came out. Not many consoles are sold, so it's cool to play. I'm about to play this. I do actually own a Jag CD. I actually own this game as well, physically. It's like claymation kind of graphics. It's cool. Jaguar. PS3. Alice Madness Returns. You can load more games as well if I wanted to. This is a cool game, by the way. It reminds me of like a Tim Burton type of movie. If you've ever seen Tim Burton before in his movies, I'm sure many of you have. There you go.
Can't find the door.
Okay, let's see here. PS2. Got many of the classics. Kingdom Hearts, of course, classic. Naomi is like Dreamcast arcade version, right? So some of the games you might recognize. Initial D. And check that out. Great racing game in the arcades. Pick the cars. A lot of cool manufacturers. Let's do, yeah, R-Type. It's got, I can feel it rumble too, which is awesome. So every time I hit the rail, I can feel my hands. That's awesome. Plays really great. I really like Game & Watch. Let me show you some cool things on Game & Watch. Let's see. Mario Brothers. Here you go. I actually had this as a kid. So the goal is to get one to the other. So I control this guy on the left and up and down here. So X and A, or Y and A. Gotta make sure they don't fall off. It speeds up. And then when I push the buttons, it pushes. I thought they did a phenomenal job with these two. I've seen Tiger Electronic, the handheld games too, similar way. Get it loaded on the truck. And later levels get faster and faster, so it gets more challenging. I'm going to show you another couple cool things too. I love the bezels that some of these have as well. Let's go to, for example, Game Gear. What's a game we should do? Let's do Sonic. Sonic 2. It's a game I played a lot growing up. You'll see the bezel. It looks super awesome. Like a Game Gear. I think that's such a cool bezel. Feels like I'm playing a Game Gear. I can use the analog stick or the D-pad to play this game, by the way. I'll use the D-pad to keep it more retro feel. And this, obviously, Sonic 2 on this is very different than the one on the Genesis or Mega Drive. Okay. Even if I go to, like, Game Boy, for example. Let's check out Game Boy. Alleyway. This is a great one. One of the first games for the Game Boy. One of the first early games, anyway. Very cool bezel as well. Nice screen. It's like Breakout. Kind of similar to the original Game Boy bezel. Still got a cool bezel. Can't say I've played Aladdin for the Game Boy Advance before, so it looks like the Genesis or Mega Drive version. Let's check it out. No, it's actually like the Super Nintendo version. It's like a port of the Super Nintendo version, which is debatable. People like this. Some people like the Super Nintendo version better. I like the Genesis version better, but this is like the Super Nintendo one. I love that Capcom did 2 different versions of the game, though. Okay, that's cool. Let's check out Wii U. Mario Kart 8. Obviously, if you need the sensor remote, you can't play it really. It doesn't really work quite well on this, but I don't know. I think the original Super Mario Kart is classic. It's hard to say. There's so many good ones. I saw the trailer to the new Switch 2 or whatever's coming out, and that looks super cool. There's a new Mario Kart game for that. Forget which is gas. Okay, there you go. It's A. I can use the D-pad or analog. We'll do analog. I got him. Nice. All right. So anyway, you guys get the idea. I mean, obviously there's a ton of games. I can't go through them all, but I really appreciate you watching. You see that this is a really cool setup for the Steam Deck. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know what games do you recommend, what systems do you recommend. I'd love to check them out. Leave a comment in the section below. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing as always. We'll see you soon. Take care, and of course, game on.